Shall we begin?
Hey YouTube, it's Ben Ochart with the 60-gallon right behind me here. And I am using a device, a sort of gyro device that allows me to handhold the camera without having it shake all over the place. One of the things that bother me when I watch videos sometimes, including my own, is when they shake too much. And it's kind of hard to handhold a camera without having to do that. The gyro is supposed to offset that, and my hands are moving around a lot, but you can see it's keeping a nice level view of the film. Anyway, today I'm going to go on a little adventure. I'm going to go down to Costa Mesa, California, about an hour from here, and I'm going to watch Cory give a talk. And while in the area, as you probably know, I live in a bit of a cichlid wasteland. While in the area, I'm going to check out a couple of the shops down there, maybe visit my friend Nolan over at Nolan's Aquariums in Santa Ana, and maybe stop over in Westminster and visit the 405 Tropical Fish Shop. And I think I'll take this with me, and that way I will not shake so much by using this gyro. And you can see it has a pan. I can pan up, and I can pan down and left and right and all this good stuff. So hey man, this is some pro stuff here. All right, let's go ahead and get going, and let's head down to, let's start off down in Westminster at 405 Tropicals. So we'll start off there in Westminster, then work our way back up to Nolan's, and then we'll end up at Cory's talk on how to prevent disease, which should be pretty interesting. All right, I'm gonna put this thing down because I want to concentrate on driving. 405 Tropical Fish. You can see the sign here. Let's go inside. Let's go inside and take a look at what their stock looks like.
Unless coming this afternoon, maybe. Really? Yeah.
Thank you. This is the owner of the shop, hard at work right here. As you can see, he's got a lot of selection of foods. As well as frozen foods here. A lot of supplies. You guys are pretty well stocked. There's nothing really in the freshwater world that can compare with these kinds of colors. So very tempting to get into a salt setup when you see these kinds of fish. Let's go over to some of the freshwater fish. It's got a lot of tanks. Some of them seem to be in it's pretty good, huh? $1 a piece. Boy, if you have a community tank, this would be a good time to stock up. Got some tetras here for $1.50 and $2. Yeah. Take a look at these parrots. I'm not really into parrots, but these are monsters. Selling them for about $60 a piece. Got some smaller ones. Some medium-sized ones too. Severums, a little flower horn in here. That's a pretty guy. It's got some flower horns on the other side too. This black and red. That's a beautiful flower horn. I'm not really that into them, but $160. I don't know if that's a good deal or not, but this one's gorgeous. Look at this guy. He's sold. If you want this one, you're too late. Some assorted plecos, or assorted cichlids here. More flower horns. You don't mind what seems like a hybrid. These are some very pretty cichlids. I know some of you don't care if this is a little bit of a hybrid, but look at this, $3. $3 for a cichlid that will be putting on some size real quick. It's like a Venusis here. It's a pretty good deal. Go ahead.
I don't want to be here, Phil.
That's okay, good. Just you can cut across. There you go. Some knife fish here. More cichlids at $5 a piece. It's a pretty good deal. Some Jack Dempsey's. Festivum. Another flower horn. Not quite as exciting as the other one with the darker black stripe. Bichar. How do you pronounce that? Beckler? Bichar? Cute. I think they get pretty big. Look at these track eels. These track eels are awesome. But they sure like to cuddle up with each other. Some more Jack Dempsey's. We have an arowana up here that's looks like it didn't play nice with another fish. You can see what he's got in his mouth there. I wonder if that's another arowana. Some younger, smaller arowanas. Beautiful customers. Really good size. Some convicts down here. Some larger cichlids. Not really sure what these are. Nice Oscar, a lot of red in his body. Whoa, look at the size of these plecos. Silver dollars for about 15 bucks. Not a bad deal. Some of these OBs here are actually really pretty. Almost looks like you've got some dragon blood mixed in with some of these OBs. They might end up really aggressive, but very, very pretty. If I was heading straight home, I might pick up a couple of these. Only because it's so hard to find red in an OB. Believe it or not, one of my favorite fish here at the shop is this shark. This golden shark.
Maybe
very
the
pretty.
boss will drop the price on it.
Very pretty shark. It's called a glow rainbow shark. Very good looking fish. Angels down here. He also has here at the end of the row, he has some very nice very nice discus. These look like your melon discus. You have a pond and you put some koi in it. It's got some nice koi down here too. Good size. Some have some really nice markings. 80 bucks. These discus are 45, which isn't bad. If you're having them shipped in, you're going to pay that much for shipping. Some are here. Most of them are just the melon, kind of a common melon variety. And other community fish like your mollies, some of your gouramis. Flying fox, some angels. All in all, a pretty nice selection. I'm kind of impressed what he's got here. Whether you're into community fish or really pretty much just about anything, he's got a lot of good stuff here. He's got a complete 29 gal with about 120, everything you need, including a hang-on back filter. It's not a bad deal. Comes with everything to get going, I think, except for the stand. Buy that separately if you need it. Good selection of tanks. Okay, thank you so much for letting me film.
Oh, no problem, my friend.
What is your name?
It's okay. Do you work? I take care of you.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I can take care of you.
You don't want to be on the film. All right, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime.
All right, bye-bye. All right, that's kind of cool. So if you're in Westminster, be sure to check out the 405 shop. Not sure if you can see it here. I can't see it because of the glare, but check out the 405 Tropical Fish in Westminster. Now I'm going to head over to Nolan's and see what he's got going on over there. I visited his shop, I don't know, maybe 5-6 months ago, and he was just getting it off the ground. So let's see what he's done since then. You remember the last time I came to Nolan's, he was just getting started, and he was also about to release a light fixture, a full spectrum light fixture that apparently was being used in the poultry industry and helping to bring about like really high yields and very healthy chicken. And so, and he had used it with some of his fish and they were breeding like crazy. So let's get an update on how the shop's doing. And he has it in a industrial park, which you can see. I'll show you here behind me. And it's a very great, I think it's a great business model for the local fish store, because what it does is it takes away the overhead that can be sometimes very prohibitive for fish stores. You know, being like, let's say, in a strip mall or someplace where they're going to charge you a lot of rent. He's in an area that is obviously not that expensive to have a shop in, and so he's able to pass that savings onto the consumer, onto us, and he's able to, through the use of social media, to run a successful business. So let's take a look here at Nolan's. Let's see where he's at and how he's doing. So you can see what I'm in here is a industrial park. This is a a place where some businesses will have small showrooms or representation, and or there'll be shops, metal shops, wood shops, things of this nature that don't necessarily need a lot of foot traffic. But Nolan's is right here in the heart of it, and let's take a look inside here. These are some of those light fixtures that were featured in that previous video, and apparently they provide a real full spectrum of lighting. Some goodies here. It looks like he's moved some of the cichlids to the doorway. These cichlids were not here last time I was here. He has quite a collection of Denusis. Boy, that's a pretty guy, huh? The blaze on that guy and the blue lips. Very pretty. And here's some more cichlids. If you want cichlids, I think if you're a cichlid guy like me, really the place to go. A couple dolphins back there doing what dolphins do, chasing each other. This is my favorite room at Nolan's. This looks like about a 180, maybe even larger. That's some really nice sized fish in here. That's a beauty. Doesn't mind posing for the camera. Got a little redfin boilie eye back there. A little camera shy. And hey Nolan. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you, man.
How's it going?
How you been?
Great. Nice
This
to
is
see
Nolan. This is the owner of
Hi, guys.
Nolan's, as you might figure by the name. And the place is looking good.
Yeah.
You know,
welcome. You'll see a huge difference in terms of fish, in terms of plants, in terms of tanks. Everything we've really expanded a lot. So
nice.
enjoy.
You got some discus here
Yeah.
now, huh? Yeah, I noticed you moved that big tank by the front door,
Uh-huh.
and that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And you've got some real nice cichlid selections here.
Yeah.
You know, you go around, and what you normally find is in most of the shops around town is very limited, and usually just hybrids. You know, just you really can't even tell what they are.
Yeah.
But you've got. I noticed your Venusa's collection. Oh, look at this, a beautiful discus. What do you sell these discus for?
The smaller ones are 29 and the larger ones are 49.
That's a beauty right there. Yeah, I'm thinking you get them shipped in, you're going to pay $40 just for shipping.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, let me know what you're looking for or certain ones, but I think you're going to find some fish in here that you definitely didn't see last time.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Some that I see in your tanks, but like all fish, everyone's looking for that perfect size.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, you want a 2-inch, sometimes they want a colored up male, you know, so there's so many different sizes too, so.
All right, well, let's take a look. Take a look at what you got. Little nano tanks here. What are these about? 2.5 to 5 gallons?
These are 3.6 gallons, beta sorority. Then I just have a male in here. These are great size for betas.
Nice. You have one male and a little harem?
No, for these, beta sorority will just be all female betas.
All females, okay.
So females can coexist with each other. They do kind of fight here and there, but the males definitely have to be alone. So sometimes
That's a very pretty male.
yeah, sometimes people will come by and pick up 1 or 2 females to add to their beta sorority.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
More action with females than just one fish.
Very nice. Well, those are some huge pellets. Well,
Yep.
6?
Those are some of the pellets I feed to my larger cichlids. A little crazy for them.
Very nice. Now, last time I came, you were doing you had something going on with a light. That light, that full spectrum light. Boy,
Yes.
this is very pretty.
These are all males. These are basically handpicked by me. I started noticing color at around 1 to 1.5 inches. So I'll take them out and put them here. A few more dollars, but sometimes people they plan for only an all-male tank.
Exactly.
So it's kind of nice to get some that are at a smaller size because not everybody can afford or has 4 or 5 inch fish yet. You know
right.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I keep four different tanks.
Yeah, exactly. You have to. You have to. You know.
And so on that light, did you start marketing it?
We do have it. We do have them in stock and available. We just really don't have the manpower right now to go out there and start marketing it, but it is available for sale. We have them above most of our tanks, and as you go around, you know, you can see how healthy the fish are, how active they are. They literally come up to you in every single tank. That's one thing that you definitely want to look for when you're out buying fish, is healthy fish.
Yeah, fish that interact with you.
Yes, exactly.
Really
This
nice.
is what they're going to be doing in your tank probably, so you want to make sure that they're already doing that right now.
So you're running most of these on a sponge filter from a central pump?
Yes, yes.
Nice.
All of these in here, they're just cost effective. I love sponge filters. They don't, you already know, they're not the most ideal to look at, but in terms of them keeping a healthy aquarium at the lowest price, sponge filters are the best way to go.
A lot of bacteria.
Yes, tons of bacteria.
But the tanks in your shop are not sharing water with each other.
Correct. They're all on individual sponges.
So if somebody sees a sick fish in one tank, he doesn't have to worry that all the tanks are contaminated.
Yep, absolutely.
I see in some shops you get that where all the tanks are sharing one giant sump.
Yeah. There's pros and cons about that. There's really pros and cons. But I mean, for a consumer, I would say their best thing is to get fish that are just run on that one filter on an individual system, not in a huge system. To me, that would be the best thing for the consumer.
Whoa! You're right. They're very, very active. I know you got some tumblers going.
Yes.
You turned into like a fish farmer.
Exactly.
And this lighting that I see here, which I'm not even sure if the video is capturing how sharp and crisp these fish look.
Well, because it's full spectrum, basically it has 26 colors that are inside this light, and it's giving them pretty much how they would look in nature in the wild. It's giving them a full spectrum of color, so you'll really see their true color.
This is different from the, like on some of my tanks I have the LEDs, and as the fish pass under the green and red and white and blue, they actually, you can tell that their colors change based on the overhead lighting.
Lighting.
So it's not like a sunshine, which it looks like what you got here is you got more of a sunshine. Man, oh man, these are definitely lively fish.
This is one that I just got in that I thought that you might.
Jello reeds. I love jello reeds.
Yeah, I know. I knew that'd bring a little smile to your face, but last time you came, I didn't have them.
For those of you who love the jello reef that I have in my 60-gallon, come down here to Nolan's. He's got a tank full of beautiful little jellos.
Can you see if there's some males already? To me, it looks like some of them are kind of showing some signs of possible males, but...
You know, at 2 for $28, somebody should come here and just buy 4 of them and take them home. You know what I mean? At that price. Because if you buy them the way I buy them, you'll pay $40 probably for one.
Yeah.
You know, so you buy 2 or 3, and what do you got here? Oh, some barley eyes. Those are nice.
Yeah, the male is hiding back there, but the male is really, really nice. This is one of the fish that the females actually look pretty good. And a lot of people want to actually just buy the females because they look so nice. They're not just a great fish. You can see the orange on them. So the females actually look pretty decent on this species.
Yeah, the females are actually beautiful. That orange red.
Unique.
Yeah, the beautiful fins. And that male's your breeder, I imagine. You're not selling him, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I actually have 2 breeding colonies of these guys. This is a really good line. Really high quality.
I think you were starting it last time I was here.
Yeah.
Nice. And you had something very special that I couldn't show last time.
That guy, we do have some fry available, but there, you know that it takes months.
Okay. I'm going to keep my lips sealed.
Yeah.
But that was a pretty exciting fish. Oh my God! Look at the size of this pleco back here. Holy moly! Did you adopt that guy?
Believe it or not, we actually adopted him a few days ago. This is a trade-in from one of our customers. He just outgrew their tank, and we'll do that for customers. We'll take in large plecos. Once in a while, someone will come in, has a huge tank, and they need a big pleco. So we definitely have about 5 or 6 of these guys that are over a foot.
Yeah, it's a shame that people buy them and not really...
Yeah, or they buy 2 or 3 and want to put them in a tank.
What do you got back there? That's a pretty guy.
That one is the male Red Empress. This is our Red Empress breeding colony. So they're all females except for the Red Empress here. And do you have any Red Empress?
No, not
Oh, you
currently.
don't? Okay.
No.
So this one is very, very nice. He's in breeding mode right now. Since I introduced this pleco in here, he might have caused some issues with them breeding. So, but he cleaned up the tank great. So anyways, when the Red Empress is in breeding mode, you can see how colorful, how much of like a rainbow of colors he has.
Beautiful fish. I had some before, and unfortunately I lost them with some Colmaris.
Oh yeah, okay.
And,
That was one of the victims.
He was there, yeah, and it was a shame because I loved him. Boy, some little dragon bloods, huh?
These guys
Look at that.
will have different color marks, so they all won't be identical. Some will be more orange all the way to peach.
Beautiful. Very, very nice. One thing I love about what you're doing here, Nolan, is you keep your tanks clean. You know, I just visited another shop, and I think their sales would go a little better if they did a little bit better job on the presentation.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
Like, this is simple, and yet it's
not the most expensive way to clean your tank either, just with sponges. But keep in mind, for me also to manage this type of water quality, I am changing the water on every single tank here at least once or twice a week.
Yeah.
So that's
working double time.
yeah, yeah.
So what do you got in here? You got an interesting assortment. What do we have here? What's
Okay,
this
so
right here?
this is a Z-Rock.
That's Z-Rock.
Yeah, these are kind of some of my hand-picked, when I breed them, the first or second male out of the whole batch to color up. I'll put them in a special grow-out tank, and then I'll put them in our cube here. So these are really, really cherry picks and best of the batch.
What's this guy?
That one is a Red Empress. Yeah, that one's really starting to color up. We do have some OB Dragon Bloods, and we do have some different hybrids in here. But these are pretty much top of their batch right here.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Now that you hear stories about Dragon Bloods and OBs just being super aggressive, and what are your thoughts about that? About Dragon Bloods in particular being fish that would disrupt a tank. What are your thoughts about that?
Honestly, all fish are different. It's kind of a coin flip. I would say the best thing that works for me to fight that aggression is keep my tank overstocked. You can see here all the tanks, they're heavily stocked. I don't have 5 fish, 8 fish, 12 fish in a single tank. They're all overstocked, and that really helps with aggression. I haven't noticed Dragon Bloods getting too crazy in any of my tanks, so I've had good luck with them. But I have heard some stories of Dragon Bloods and OBs, but for at least my experience, I love them, and they've been great for me.
Nice. We've got like a gold nugget down here.
That one is a yellow spot pleco.
Is that this? Nice.
That one I like so much because he's very inexpensive, and he's a great cleaner. Anybody who comes in and wants just your regular common pleco, I always recommend them this pleco because he's a little bit more colorful and he's a great cleaner.
Yeah, I like him. I like the shape. I like the dots. The dots on the fins. Very pretty. I like this cube a lot.
Yeah. I especially wanted this here so you can go all the way around it and just check out every single side. So that's something that, I had the choice, do I want to add 10 more tanks here and maximize every inch of space? I decided not to, at least at this point, just to give, a really nice angle, something for people to, something different when they come in here to experience.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Like a centerpiece.
Exactly.
Really nice. Now, what's with the auto feeder? I just did some comments on auto feeders in the video. You like them?
You know what, believe it or not, this was someone donated this to the shop, and they had 3 of them. So I don't even know what brand. I barely put these on last night as I closed up, and I'm just kind of playing around with them. Maybe you can tell me what brand it is, but I just put a few on and just playing around with them.
Fish like it.
Do you know what brand this is?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I haven't used them before.
Yeah.
But
I really don't use them, but
Eheim's a real popular brand.
I kind of thought this was the Eheim, but I didn't see a brand on it.
Yeah, it would have the label on it.
Yeah, maybe it's
if you're watching this video and you know what brand of feeder this is, can you comment below and I'll tell Nolan.
Seems to work pretty good.
Yeah. I said that the only complaint I've ever heard about them is that if you put flakes, of course, they can clog. And also one person told me a story about one breaking off and falling in.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about too.
Yeah, and so, But if you got it fastened and you're checking it from time to time, it should be fine. Let's see what else we got.
Yeah.
Now, this tank, you had a tank over here that was real planted. You changed that one now.
We had one with a bunch of small fish. Yeah,
Yes.
A lot of the tanks,
Turtles.
they're a little bit different now. More stocking.
You're a Dempsey or a... What
That
is
one is a Texas.
A Texas?
Yes.
Okay. Now these guys are pretty notorious, huh?
Yeah, they're all pretty mean. Small peacock bass.
Oh, he's cute.
He'll
Oh,
eat
yeah, you heard me.
pellets.
He'll get up to what? 20 inches maybe?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. What's this guy hiding back here?
This is a giant red-tailed gourami. This guy was really sick. He came in, he was donated, and
He's a giant.
I saved him. So he's kind of like a good luck charm. He's an older guy, but he's beautiful, beautiful fish.
Look at that. Yeah, I'd say he's over 10 years old.
Yeah.
Easy. Nice. Some more dragon blood.
This is our dragon blood breeding colony.
Very nice. I'm liking what I'm seeing with these lights. Okay, I'm gonna play around more with that one you gave me.
These are some small Madoka white lips.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God! You know how many people ask about my Madoka white lips?
I have some other ones we missed in the last room we just went into that are about 3 inches. And those have some color.
White? Do you get a white?
Yes.
Now somebody asked me in one of the videos, do the females get the white lips? Do the females stay gray?
You know what? I'm not sure. I think that they will. They will.
Show me the Madokas over here. You
Yeah,
see you have some
sure.
larger ones in the other room?
Right here. These are 2 to 3 inch. They're all Madokas except for the one on the bottom is a Tetraspilus. But those are all Madokas right there.
Wow. You're watching this video and you're in SoCal, you want Madoka white lips? Man, you gotta come to Nolan in Santa Ana. These fish are very hard to find. Half the time I check online, they're sold out or not available. Or they're, 40 bucks. You've got them here, what? Madoka white lips, 2
These
to
guys
3,
are
40 bucks.
2 for 72.
2 for 72. This is a great size. This is a hardy size. Bring them home, not worry too much. Really nice.
And one thing I take pride in, most of the fish here, I try to get from local breeders. I try to get high quality strains or I breed myself. So that way these fish are gonna be very healthy. They haven't traveled across the world. They're here locally bred in the US.
Nice. Used to our water, to our hard Southern California water.
Exactly.
Nice. Yeah, you got some good stuff here, man. Really nice stuff. Now, what is this? Like a 120?
This is an
long?
older tank. It's actually an 80 long.
80 long.
Yes. And I like to do this as a centerpiece too, where you can completely walk around this tank.
It's a true show tank. This is look at the depth in this thing.
I'll put different things in here in terms of fry, so they can grow out and have 6 feet of swimming space to definitely grow.
A 6 feet tank that's 80 gallons. What a cool size.
This one in the next month or so might be all filled with plants. So I usually change this up every couple months, give customers something new to see when they come in.
I notice you got a little good luck plant up here.
Yes.
What do you call that, a money plant?
Exactly.
Got some rams. Some tetras, black tetras. A nice plant selection. Was this a donation, Nolan? Look at the
What was that? This guy?
Is this like a donation?
Exactly.
Salvage, yeah.
This guy, there was a company that went out of business, and they had 3 large fish tanks, and they came here. Their fish were literally, this guy was on its side. His gills were barely moving. So we got him a couple days ago. So we basically kind of nursed him back to health. I don't know what type of flower horn this is, but he looks like he's 100% better, and he looks really good. So I'm excited for this guy. It's sad to see, you know, when some people, things happen and their fish are really sick. You know, as humans, we feel bad for them and we want to try to save them. So I don't know. I'm thinking I might keep this guy. I don't know, but that's how we came across this guy.
Another mascot.
Exactly.
You got some shrimp. You got some nice plant selections. Oh, look at this. You're getting into flower homes, huh?
Oh yeah, they're popular.
They are. I know Joey, the king of DIY,
Oh, yeah.
he had one that
Yeah.
I think he lost him. I think Evan Alexander, IFG, he just picked one up. Well, these guys you had on the other side last time.
Yeah, yeah.
These
okay,
are
yeah. Red rainbows.
these are beautiful. Red rainbows. Is this a breeding tub?
This is our grow out pond. So this is 300 gallons. I'll throw some of our fry in here and I'll grow them out for maybe 6 to 8 weeks. Just the amount of space they have to grow, they're going to grow a lot faster. I actually have it connected to another 75 gallon on top. So it's just one whole system. I have some pothos growing here. Let me grab a net and I'll pull some of these out and you can see what kind of colors I have.
Some plants going on here. Here's the first fish I ever owned.
Oh, really?
That's Boris.
Can I ask what year that was?
No. It was before there was water. You're looking probably 1961.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My mom came home with a tank and it had a couple neons and a reservoir in it.
So she picked them out for you then?
Yeah, she
Okay.
brought them home and bought them from somebody who didn't want to have a tank anymore.
Okay. Well, they're pretty good choices. Let me see if I can scoop some of these out for you.
Let's take a look.
So in here I have about 7 different species of fish. Some dragon bloods, blue labs, OBs. That was kind of a bad scoop, but I put them in here for a few months, let them try to gain some size. I have some red empress in here, but it's really amazing. Just the bigger size they have tank to swim in, they grow a lot faster.
Makes sense. But you got some great, you got water circulating and mega filtration going on. I like it. Lots of oxygen. Very, very nice. We have one more room.
Yes.
I like this thing here. All right, what do we got here?
In here is mostly going to be fry, but we still have some other stuff. We have some redfin borley eye fry.
Wow, look at those guys.
These guys are maybe about 2 months old, give or take.
Look at the fins on them.
So-
They're already like an electric
Yeah.
red fin.
They're-
Give you an idea of the size. Here's my hand. These guys are what, a quarter inch to a half inch?
Yep.
Absolutely gorgeous. The fins look almost electric. Yeah, you've got a real good breeding line going on those.
Yeah,
I'm very,
definitely.
really impressed.
These are more bred in-house Venestus and Red Empress.
Very nice. What do we got here? We got some sulfur heads.
Yeah.
Wow.
Our male is, I get compliments on the male all the time. He's right behind you. We'll show him in a second. But the male, and at this size, you could already see males coloring up.
A little bit of
Yeah,
the glaze.
Yes.
Nice. I tell you, if you're just starting a cichlid tank and you want to pick up some smaller guys and grow them out, you've got to come here. What do we got here? Some Christie. Oh, look at this. Some Christie has some hawks. Very, very nice. Yeah, I finally got an adult male. I had him shipped to me. I paid a fortune.
What size?
5 inch.
5 inch? Okay.
A 5-inch male. But I tried to grow some out 2 or 3 times, turned out to be females.
Oh,
See-
I have a...
At this price, you could have bought 3 of them for what I paid before.
Do you remember last time you brought me that Living Stony?
Yeah.
That one, It's never bred, and I feel that it might be a male.
Are you kidding me?
I have him in the tank, and I can show you.
Oh
He's
my
never
God.
bred, and he's in the all-male tank.
Oh, that's funny.
So
Take a look at him. I gave up on him.
I know. Well, since you gave him to me, I had him in a breeding colony, and she never bred. And how long has it been? And I finally last month I put him with the all-male tank, and you know he's a boss in there.
Let's take a look at him. Boy, look at these guys. So you getting some South American action here?
Yeah, South American. Jack Dempsey's Super Red Monkey.
Really pretty.
This
Now,
is
this is the male?
Yeah, this
Oh,
is the
look at
male
this guy.
sulfur head.
This is Dad. Look at this guy. That is a beautiful fish. Great blaze, yellow, almost a yellow orange, fin and blaze. Beautiful pectoral fins. Now look how long they are. That's a very nice blaze. Runs all the way back to the tail. That's a beautiful male. All right, man. I love what's going on here. Whoa, what do you got here?
This is Jerry the Giardini.
Holy
So-
moly.
He's really nice. He's pretty mellow.
Now, Giardini, so this is not an arowana?
This is an arowana.
Arowana,
It's
okay.
a Giardini arowana, or
Okay.
also known as Australian arowana.
Australian arowana.
Yeah.
Look at the orange on the body. It's kind of like an orange. Look at the markings on the anal, dorsal, and tail. That's beautiful. I'm assuming this is a keeper. This is one that you're
This guy is
adopting.
one of our mascots here.
He is beautiful.
He's getting a new tank soon, a bigger one.
Yeah, he's gonna need one. Are you worried about him jumping?
I am, but I have some stuff on top that I put on every night, so.
Good. Yeah, I've heard stories.
Yep.
All right, let's look at that living stony, and
Yeah.
now I'll let you get to work. Where's your partner?
Wilmer, he might be coming in later.
All right.
So here is, let's see, okay.
There he is.
And you know what? I've never, he's never gotten any blue on the face. So to me, all the males eventually, especially at this size, they get blue.
Yes. Got some nice markings on his anal fin. That's what kept me hoping for so long. And even when you had him with females, nothing happened.
He actually bullied the females. I kept him I took out the male and I left him with all the females. He never bred with them, and one by one he started killing off the females.
Oh, wow.
So finally I had to remove him, and now I put him in the all-male tank, and just to kind of see, I vented him, and I really can't tell. By venting it looks female to me, but
That's definitely a male.
these are all males in here, with the
Yeah.
exception of that guy. You're stony. I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Give him
Years
another-
later.
Give him another 2 years. We'll see what he does.
I'm thinking if he never gets any blue on the face, I mean,
I know, it'd be an odd fish, huh? I forget where I got him. Okay, my friend. This shop is really developing and evolving more and more. I like what I'm seeing. Thank you so much, Nolan, for letting me take up your time.
awesome. Thanks for coming,
Right,
Ben.
man.
We appreciate
And
it.
come to Nolan's if you're in Santa Ana. He's got some great stuff. And if you're into cichlids, man, oh man, this is the spot in Southern California. I'm a half hour early for Cory's event, but there's already a crowd forming outside of the Senior Center. According to Nolan, there's over 200 people expected. So it's gonna be first come, first served seating. So I'm glad I'm here a little early. As you can see, I'm half an hour early and there's already some people milling around. I'm not sure if anybody's inside yet. You're gonna see a little shaking on the phone because I'm not using the gyro for this part of it. I don't want to be a distraction necessarily. So I'm gonna try and get a few shots in stealth mode, and go from there. So let's go in and see the man, see the legend, Cory McElroy. This is Lori. She's an old fan of the channel, and then she abandoned me and cichlids.
I went to the south side.
What are you keeping down?
Oh gosh, I keep everything from red racer snails to pseudomugals, which
Nice.
are dwarf rainbow fish from Australia, bikers, ornate, and lucari. South American cichlids are my favorite. I have a chocolate and an Oscar that are my love.
Nice.
I
And
could go
you're
on
helping.
and on.
You're helping Cory with this event here. How'd you get involved in that?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm the web/social media girl for Coast Fish Club,
Very cool.
where we meet here at the Costa Mesa Senior Center every first Sunday of the month at 2 p.m.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good. We'll put that in a video.
All right, cool.
And maybe we'll get some folks to come to this Costa Mesa Senior Center, 2 p.m. You said the first what?
Sunday, first Sunday of every month.
First Sunday of every month if you're near Costa Mesa and you want to
2
get
p.m.
together with some fish folk. Very good. Thanks, Larry.
So she's in Riverside.
I didn't film during the presentation because I just didn't want to be a distraction, and I really wanted to pay attention to what Cory was saying. He gave us a great talk on disease, and with a lot of emphasis on the use of salt and how much it's the responsibility of the fish keeper to keep those fish healthy. Well, that was awesome. That was so much fun to be able to visit a shop like that, to visit Nolan's place, and to be able to spend some time at that shop, and to be able to spend some time with Cory. That was incredible. I'll tell you something. There are fish shops in the LA area, and then there's Nolan's. Nolan's is simply awesome. I think he's going to be taking over the Southern California cichlid situation here. He's got some beautiful tanks, a lot of breeding going on, and as you saw, that shop is really a cut above the other shop that I visited. And not a knock on 405, but they're not going to be really the go-to for cichlids. And certainly the other fish that Nolan has going on there that go beyond cichlids, he is really going to become a premier shop. That's my prediction for Nolan. As for Cory, what you saw, what you see in his videos, that's really what you get. He really is the real deal. He is genuine, and he is himself, and he is very, very knowledgeable. And it was just a real pleasure to meet him and to spend a little time with some of the, with essentially a legend in the YouTube universe, and also to run into some of the folks who watch my videos, who came up to me during the event and shook my hand and told me how much they enjoyed watching my videos. That was also a real treat, and there was a good number of those, and I thank them. Lori and Adam and Jim and a couple other folks that came up to me. Thank you so much. That really meant a lot to me, what you said about my channel. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this little adventure that I went on, and maybe I'll do some more of them in the future. I'm sure there are more shops around here, and that maybe that I don't have to drive so far to get to. But anyway, that's it for me. Thank you.